Today's topic is leadership. But here's the kicker, you don't have to have a fancy title to be in leadership. That's right, everyone can position themselves as a leader regardless of your role or job title. In this video, we'll explore how to cultivate those essential leadership qualities and actions that inspire others to follow. So whether you're an aspiring manager, a team player, or even a freelancer, buckle up and get ready to unlock your leadership potential. If you aspire to be a leader or be seen as a leader, you can actually set yourself up for this prior to ever having a leadership role or to getting into that position. It can really escalate your progress if you do some of this prep work beforehand, particularly if you want a leadership role. Let's start with the foundation, your mindset. Great leaders think strategically, not just about your daily tasks. They anticipate challenges, identify solutions, and take initiative to drive progress. You can ask yourself, am I looking at the bigger picture? It's easy to be focused on what's directly in front of you and the tasks that you know that you need to get done for the day. But are you thinking bigger than that? Are you considering how a task you do impacts on another area of your organisation, for example? So you may be responsible for managing a client relationship, but do you consider how this impacts the wider business if you do this well? Can you see the positive correlation between your position and your tasks and the bigger picture? Can you identify areas where you can contribute beyond your current role? This is where you're really contributing outside of the day-to-day and helping out others, or being interested in other aspects of the organisation and offering to contribute in different spaces. Leadership mindset is how you frame things in your own mind. Are you thinking a few steps ahead when you're doing your job or fulfilling a task? Perhaps you're already considering how what you are doing could impact on others, and take steps proactively to mitigate this. For example, you could be working on a project that has an outcome where it will actually change a process that other people perform. And you can see that if this change is implemented, it's going to impact some of your colleagues and the tasks that they do on a daily basis. So you could take the initiative to talk to those individuals proactively about what they do and what it would look like if they did it slightly differently. That way you're getting the information from them and the feedback before a change is implemented. And it's really forward thinking, much bigger than just your role and your current tasks. Now, leadership isn't about shouting orders. It's about influence, which does need to be built over time and really starts with good communication and collaboration. So for communication, which is the first starting point, it's really important that you can speak clearly, listen actively, and tailor your message for your audience. If you are trying to influence others through an idea, or perhaps how to do something, or just presenting your opinions on a particular topic, leading through influence is about making sure that your message is clear and that you're listening to any cues or responses that the audience is making in response to what you are saying so that you can adapt it accordingly. I talk about listening like a leader in one of my other videos, which is linked on the screen, on how you can level up your listening skills. Collaboration is really about working with others, where you value diverse perspectives and create a space where everyone feels heard. This is about really leaning into being a team player. You can listen to your colleagues, embrace new ideas, and work with them to ensure that you're all contributing as a team. Working collaboratively with your own colleagues and team is a key part of positioning yourself as a leader. It is also a sign to those who are in leadership roles that you could be ready for leadership, as working well with others is a very key part. Now, leaders are often seen as experts, so you're going to want to solidify yourself as a go-to person or resource. Continuously learning and developing in your area of expertise is really important. Think about the skills that make you sought after, or perhaps secured you the role that you're currently in. Perhaps think about those individuals that have come into your team that are new and the questions that they always ask. Keep building those skills that really show your expertise. and make you sought after by your peers as a go-to person, and also someone who is aware of those emerging trends that could be occurring in your industry. It could be smaller than that too. It could just be that a piece of software changes and you quickly upskill yourself so that you can be the go-to person in your team, and they know that they can trust you to give them good responses, and they know that they can go to you because you're already up with what that change is and what it means for how they work. You can also offer to mentor your colleagues, present on your area of expertise, or even write an article on social media. Sharing your expertise is a key way of showing leadership. If people are seeking you out to share knowledge and you are presenting yourself as someone who can help others, this is positioning yourself for leadership. Now, actions speak louder than words, which is a common saying, but it is true. I have also done a video on how everyone is watching you when you're in a leadership role, which is also linked on the screen. But even if you aren't aware of it, others are observing you, and your actions really highlight much more than what your words do. And if you're building yourself up for leadership, you may want to consider this in how you operate every day. The first thing is to demonstrate a really strong work ethic. You can do this through always being really reliable, turning up when you say you're going to, being on time for work, showing yourself as dedicated to the job, and someone with high standards. If you're doing the basics well, you're showing up on time, you're doing what is required in your role, and at a level that is perhaps higher than what others expect, you are leveling up in your own role and could be showing yourself as having potential for leadership. You may also want to consider how you dress, if appropriate for your work. As you know what they say, dress for the job you want, not necessarily the job you have, but this will depend on your industry. The other point is to embrace integrity, so being honest, ethical, and acting with fairness in all situations. If you are trying to position yourself for leadership, then you want to show that you're fair and honest. Even if you aren't currently a leader, your manager and colleagues will appreciate your honesty and integrity. The other part of leading by example is cultivating a positive attitude. Enthusiasm and optimism are contagious. Be the one who uplifts the team spirit. This is something that is quite obvious to a leader. Those who see the negative in every situation or every change or every barrier that comes their way do stand out quite a lot to leadership. They tend to bring the vibe down and then become a challenge for the leader to overcome in terms of uplifting their attitude and trying to get them on the same level. So if you are someone who has a more positive approach and can help manage this, your leader or manager is definitely going to notice and they're going to appreciate it. But remember, leadership isn't about a position or a title. It's about your mindset and actions. By developing the qualities that we discussed today, you can step up and lead from any position, but be authentic. Remember, you can't always be positive and upbeat about everything if you don't genuinely feel it, but you can be thinking more broadly and showing a strong work ethic. Keep developing your expertise and sharing your knowledge, as well as supporting your colleagues, and you will be noticed. So if you're getting yourself ready and positioning yourself as a leader, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more leadership tips. Thanks for watching.